What it is. This your boy, this your host, you did. Like, subscribe, tell a friend so they'll tell another friend, cause you tapped in to Fire Knowledge for Hustlers Global Podcast, and we live worldwide, you did. Now I know y'all digging the topic, and I know that if you're an entrepreneur, aspiring author, aspiring business owner, a person that's manifesting dreams over obstacles and situations, because of the simple fact you're going to run into a few roadblocks in life. See, today or this evening, should I say, we talking about getting it out the mud. How many of you honestly can say you've been getting it out the mud? And what I mean by getting it out the mud is, even though we have people that push us, we got networking partners, we got tools on the internet, but how many of us are actually getting it out the mud? How many of us are actually direct to consumer? How many of us actually are grassroots? You see, your hustle is all about your desire. Let me repeat that again. Your hustle is all about your desire. If you don't have desire, you're not gonna win. You're not gonna make it out the mud. You're gonna get stuck in the quicksand, and you're gonna keep falling and falling and falling. You can have all the hope you wanna have, but faith without works is dead. Let me repeat that again. Faith without works is dead. You have to learn how to verbalize your lifestyle. Verbalize your lifestyle so it'll propel you to greater moments in life. We all want our desired outcome. When you got a vision, you have a desired outcome. In order for that vision to manifest, you have to take actionable steps and apply them with the plan on a daily basis. It's steps to this game called wealth and a healthy lifestyle. Do you want your financial freedom? Do you want to work for yourself? Are you tired of your 9 to 5? And if you have a 9 to 5, can you create more passive income? Do you use your money that you work for and get paid from your 9 to 5 to invest your extra change for the long term? Even though you may have a IRA, Roth account, you may have a financial planner, but they can't do it all for you. What are you gonna do to take control of the tide that's rolling in? Can you actually go solo and get it out the mud? I was listening to Wall Street Trapper the other day. One of my favorite digital mentors. I'm going to meet him in person one day. Can't wait till you have them live shows up here in the A. You heard me? But at the same time, meantime, in between time, you got to stay focused. You got to stay on your grind. You got to fill your ears with straight knowledge of self-help, self-development, and self-discipline. These are the things that's going to get you through your personal journey. And if you're spiritual, stay disciplined to your principles and your morals. They're going to take you a long way. It's going to help you get through the muddy waters. See, it's stages. Sometimes the mud be real thick. And once you start making it through that mud, it starts to thin out. You can see the clear water. You can see the river of abundance flowing towards you. But the thing is, you got to go towards it. And sometimes when you right there, getting ready to taste the fresh water, it seemed like all hell started to break loose. Things not going your way. A bill pop up. A family member's got a situation. But all of those events that take place in our lives mostly be distractions. Mostly those events be distractions from you walking the path towards your purpose. Because if you know your purpose, you're going to walk through muddy water. You're going to swim through muddy water. You have to, because you're chosen. Many are called, but few are chosen. Do you hear that still small voice that's telling you that you can do it? It seems like you don't have the strength physically or mentally. But do you know that the Most High have angels to help guide you on your path? In the biblical text, it mentions 1,000 should fall at your side and 10,000 at his side. Because of the simple fact, when you believe in and have courage and confidence in yourself, and if you're running on fumes, you still got to push. Just like when your gas tank be on E, and you know it's a gas station right up the street, and you spending your last little bit of change to fill up your tank. That's the same thing you have to do when you're on your mission to succeed in this game called life. You got to get out the mud. Sometimes it takes 2 or 3 to help you get out the mud. The Most High said, when 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, I am in the midst. But understand that mind, body, and soul are what we made of. Use all three elements to captivate the non-believers, because you're making it through the mud. I remember cold nights sleeping in my car when I was in Florida and even in Atlanta. But something in my heart, something in my mind, something in my soul told me, don't give up. And even that, I was hustling, but it seemed like I was struggling, but I kept hustling because I knew at the end that it was going to be a waterfall of abundance. The name of the game is be persistent. It's a lot of us that be consistent, but the game is being persistent, because you have to pursue what you're actually after. You're going to have people that fall off on the journey. You're going to have friends that fall back from you on your journey. They thinking that you falling down, but no, you locking in. You focus on your grind, on your hustle, because you know that you one step away from making it out the mud. Understand what's made from mud. The greatest pottery makers come from the motherland, Sudan, Nubia. They knew how to take water, clay, mirror clay, mix it together, and make pottery, and even much put a glaze on it. Back in the ancient days. Dealing with dirt, which man is made of, looking at the metaphor from the Nubians, taking dirt, adding water, baking it with fire, putting a glaze on it, and presenting it to society in the culture for public use. So if you were that dirt and water came on you, now you in the mud, and you walk through the fire, now you've been polished from the experiences, the trials, the tribulations that you have gone through. It shapes and molds your character to be ready for the present moment. You only see your vision, but you have to deal with your own sacrifices and consequences. But they're all for the good. They're not for the bad. That's why you got to make it through the muddy water. You take that mud and you take that water and you shape it into a vessel. A pot, a cup, a mug, a bowl, just like the Nubians did. Turn mud into something that's worth a lifetime of great wealth. The reason why you got to make it through the muddy water is so you can help and show other people how to get through the trials, the tribulations in the mud from your experiences. Some people don't know why you sacrifice. Some people don't understand why you make the choices you make. But when the mud and the water clear up and everything starts to come more precise, you start to move more efficient. You start to navigate more clearly. The clouds start to split apart. You start to see the sun rising from the east. Because even though we in the west, but don't be westernized with the knowledge. This thing is universal, but only few can comprehend. Many are called, few are chosen. Are you a grassroots hustler? Do you really get it out the mud? Are you just looking for handouts or somebody to show you the way? You have to get your feet dirty. You got to get your hands dirty if you want to be an entrepreneur in this game. You can bend the rules, but you can't break the rules. And if you break the rules, you got to have a new way. And that's when you're putting your law down. This your boy, this your host, Arthur Chill Fetty. Fire Knowledge for Hustlers Global Podcast. And we live. Tap in, like, subscribe, tell a friend, tell another friend. Hit that little notification bell. I do this because it's my joy, it's my peace. This is what I love to do. I talk from my experiences and the wisdom that God have placed within me. Because not do on, I need this talk for myself, but I need to give this talk to the people, the hustlers, to keep them pushing, to keep them going. In the jungles, in Africa to South America, it's a lot of muddy water. You got pythons. You have lions. You have gazelles, apes, tigers. What are you going to do when you come across these in the jungle? Understand, getting it out the mud is not a bad thing. I remember watching the movie, I believe it was Predator. And they was in the jungle. And they had to fight Predator. This ugly looking monster. Predator. And they was wondering why they was getting killed by this notorious alien looking monster called Predator. Understand that in life, you're going to deal with a lot of predators. So the Most High, while you on your path, while you on your journey, being that you are a chosen one, you're going to have to look out for predators. You see, in the movie Predator, they was like in the military. And they had to escape from the predator. And he noticed them through the heat on their body. But all of a sudden, one of the fellas in the movie fell in the mud. And when he fell in the mud, he noticed that the alien, the predator, walked right past him. So understand what I'm saying. You got to get it out the mud. You see, your competition gonna go right past you because they think you is a nobody. They think you a joke. They think you on the lowest of the lowest totem pole. Because you see you in the mud. They don't know you. So they can't see you because you in the mud. But you have to use the mud as your greatest weapon. Use the mud like they did in the movie for camouflaging. So what he did was paint his whole body with the mud. That way the enemy, the predator, the alien couldn't see him. So I know we all saw this movie. I know we all know the outcome. The name of the game is use what you have in the power of your hand. Use the experiences that you have been taught and the lessons that you have learned from getting it out the mud. To make a long story short, Predator was eventually taken down because of the simple fact he underestimated a man in the mud. See, they had to cover themselves with mud in the movie Predator just so they can attack and assassinate the enemy. See, when you down low, you down bad, you getting it out the mud, you're going to have a lot of them overlook you. They ain't going to see you coming. Just like in the movie Predator. Predator didn't see what was coming because they was covered in mud. When he caught him from the blind side, it was over. Just like this show. Fire Knowledge for Hustlers Global Podcast. Get it out the mud. And if you're in the mud, learn from your experiences, your wisdom, your knowledge. It's going to take you far. Dirty to clean. Stay fresh. Stay on the scene. Stay disciplined. Stay focused. 2023. I just had to give you a little scenario, a nice little smooth background of a story and a metaphor. Understand, you can get it out the mud. Many are called, few are chosen, but you are the one. Peace, hustlers, grind. It's your year. Shine, save, invest, get that passive income, and keep pushing. Because this is how we do it. For sure. Love, like, subscribe, tell a friend, listen to this podcast again, get the knowledge, get the information, get the jewels, because you are the one. You coming out the mud. Boom. Crush your enemy by any means.